rolling.
Have you ever known anyone who has ever been in a relationship and still felt lonely? You know, probably not yourself, but you probably know someone who's been in a similar situation. And I want to talk to you today about why we can still feel lonely in relationships. And this is the case because honestly, look, I'm a dating and relationship coach. I help people learn what it takes to get into relationships and all of that kind of stuff. But the truth is, getting into the relationship for the wrong reasons is not going to help. Because some people get into relationships because they think it's going to make them happy. Some people get into relationships because they think it's going to bring them excitement into their life, or some people get into relationships because it's a distraction. The truth is, the reason why we get into relationships is so we can share part of our life, because it makes the emotions, makes everything that we experience 10 times more. You're not looking for someone else to fix you. You're not looking for someone else to be basically an antidepressant. And look, maybe you're not like this, but you probably know someone else who is. And I'm not trying to accuse people here, but honestly, a lot of people get into relationships because they feel lonely. And then after the honeymoon period wears off, after the excitement wears off, they're still lonely. And then they start to look for their partner to solve their problems. And look, the partner was never there to solve your problems. The partner was there to help you enhance your emotions. And because you enhance the emotions, it just feels more and more and more worse sometimes. So I want to talk to this because the real truth is, like, why do we measure love? Why do we do this? And there's a big question I want to ask at the end of the video that's incredibly important to ask yourself, which is going to be the measure of if you're lonely, if you're not, if you're doing things if you are lonely, because I know watching a video like this, especially if you're watching it and you really feel it, can make you question a few things. And if you're confused, that's actually a really good thing because it means you're about to learn something new. But look, why do we measure things? You know, why, when we get into things, why do we measure the relationship? Why do we measure the love? Why some people are only looking for the best? Why some people are just looking for something, right? Why do we measure it? Because we measure it because we're trying to measure the amount of love that we get. Because what does that mean if we get more love? Does that mean we're a better person? Does that mean that we're going to survive? Most of the time it's a conditioned response because, look, most of the time it's a conditioned response because when we're born, if we're not loved by our parents, we're not going to grow, we're not going to survive. So it becomes this thing that we need. But it's like liberating yourself from that. And if we work one-on-one, we can, I can show you how to do this. But it's like liberating yourself from this can be one of those things. It's just realizing that it's like the measurement, like the fact that we're trying to measure love can be a thing that is an issue. Because the moment you do this, you're playing into a hierarchy game. This one's good, this one's bad. You know, they did this to me. Does that mean they like me? Does that mean they not? And it starts to mean more about you than about the situation. So the real big question I want to ask you is, what would you do if you couldn't get rejected? What would you do if rejection didn't exist? Because the truth is, rejection is subjective. What feels like rejection to you is probably not going to feel like rejection to someone else. You know, some people feel like they need respect, and respect might mean that they're going to be honest all the time, no matter what. And to other people, it might be respect. You don't let other people put you down. If someone's honest to you and they're aggressive, you walk away. And those two people are going to feel rejected when they interact because they don't have the sensory acuity to actually understand that respect means different things to different people. So the truth is, look, most of the time, if rejection wasn't an issue, all of these issues wouldn't be issues because your outcome, your idea would be, look, I want an amazing relationship with this person, so I want to actually connect with this person. So you wouldn't necessarily be worried about what you're getting, you'd be worried about what you can give. So this is this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, because if you did, then I like you. And look, let me know if you like these kinds of videos. You know, subscribe if you did like these kinds of videos, and if you didn't like these kinds of videos, also subscribe. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Mwah, bye.